is loyalty completely dead in America in any sport?
Yeah, I think it's what it is. Like people that think it's like the one club player and all that, it's kind of it's hanging by a thread in Australia. It's gone in America, and it's going to be gone here soon. Like the amount of money being thrown around, and that's just the reality of big sports that make big money that thousands and hundreds of thousands of fans watch. It's just something you got to deal with. But there's still a lot of people that are hanging on to hope that it's not the case, but it is. I mean, the Greenwood thing is interesting, but even so, then on the flip side, you've got players, in your league that demand a trade, this is what I find crazy coming from the NBA. It's like you got players that demand a trade and then nominate clubs. It's like, hang on a second, like you want to leave, but then you want to be accommodated. Like it doesn't work that way. If you want to leave, in my opinion, as an AFL club, I'm sending you wherever the fuck I get a better deal for.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not worried about and that's what the AFL I think needs to do. If a player requests a trade, you can't nominate a club. That's insane because the leverage is gone. Like if I'm a club, I've got to deal with this team. That team knows that player only wants to come to my team. Well, baby, like have a second round pick. Oh yeah, maybe we'll throw in another one. Like
I don't know if it's because I'm Americanized. Right? I love my American sports. Like I couldn't agree with you more. Like there's a situation over here with Adam Chera, right? He was a young player, Fremantle player. Goes to Carlton, but he just said, I want to go to Carlton. They had to deal with Carlton. I actually don't get it. It makes no sense.
That's not a trade.
No.
It's not a trade.
It's like
it's just getting out of your contract, really.
Yeah, exactly. So the contracts aren't worth they're written on, basically, is what you're saying. I can, let's say I'm at a poor club that can afford to give me more money than Club X, right? And so they give me way overs on my money. I sign it, and then a year later, I'm like, yep, I just want to go over there now with that contract. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of I always laughed at that with in the AFL. It was like, and then the homesick thing. Don't get me started. It's like I'm homesick, mate.
Oh,
yeah, I was. I'm 18 hours from home. Like, you can jump on a plane if you're homesick for a night, go back to wherever you're from in Australia like that. It's not. It was one flight, right? So I'd always be like, come on, dude. Like, you're still in the same country. How are you homesick?
Talk to me about that. But homesick, like because I exactly the same, not the same boat as you. I've been in WA. I'm a Victorian boy from Geelong, and anytime I see homesick rolled out, the only time homesick got rolled out for me was contract time, and I said, oh yeah, feeling homesick. Yeah, I'm missing my family. Like exactly right. Get on a fucking plane, fly you 3 hours, go see your family. Were you homesick over there?
Yeah, I was a little bit, but I'm making, I'm living a dream, making a shitload of money. But, in Australia, for instance, even if you can't fly there, you can fly your parents in or your girlfriend or your cousin, get them on a plane, they can spend time with you. So, yeah, there were times, not seeing family for long stretches. Probably in college it was worse because I couldn't, when I was in college, if you made a phone call to Australia, it was like $6 a minute or some shit. So it was like I had no money. I barely had $6 in my pocket. So I'm like paying for 15 seconds. That's all I could have afforded. So, yeah, it was much easier later on in my career with FaceTime and time differences and all that. But yeah, you still miss your family. You probably miss the nuances and the culture of what you grew up with. There were days. This sounds stupid, but there were days where I was like, "Fuck, I wish I was just a 5-day labourer, so I could hang with the boys on a weekend and just have a barbecue. And just have a normal weekend for once, rather than having like." Because we don't, in the NBA, it's like there's no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's game day or non-game day. Like we don't even know what day it is half the time, right? Yeah. So sometimes I'd think like, shit, I wish I could just like go have a couple of beers with the mates on a Saturday, sleep in on the Sunday. And it sounds stupid, and most people will be like, you're an idiot, Bogues. Like you're making a shitload of money in the best league in the world. But that's kind of how I felt at different periods of my career where I could just kind of, hang with the boys for a little bit. But that was a commitment I gave up.